Saizi tuko na mambo ya bipartisan talks. What is your take on that?
It's a waste of time. And I want to take this time to tell the leader of majority and the leader of minority, the Honorable Kimani Ichungwa and Opio and I, that what they are engaging in is an exercise in futility, and they are wasting taxpayers' money. Even if they might reason and say that they are meeting in bombers and that they are footing their own bills, I want to tell them that even their salary is paid from taxpayers' money. If they have got too much money that they can spend some on buying tea for Kalonzo Musyoka, fueling their cars to be driven to Bomas of Kenya for those meetings, let them find some funerals in their constituencies and go and attend and give that money to assist the burial programs for the deceased families. I say so because Kenya, we have a constitution. We went into an election. Raila ODINGA lost elections, William Ruto won elections, and if the government of Kenya has time, that they can utilize this time to engage in some talks and in some discussions. Let them begin to engage with the wananchi, let the wananchi give them feedback that so far, after Kenya Kwanza government was voted in, how has the Kenya Kwanza government responded to the plight, responded to the problem that they go through every day, so that we can use those meetings to improve our services as a government. But whatever we are doing today, it is a waste of time. It's basically baseless. It is nonsense. We can't be coming up from an election, then the losers begin to find a way to engage the government. Let me tell you, all these coalitions went to campaign before Kenyans, and they had different manifestos. Kenya Kwanza, we had our own agenda, which we sold. Azimio had their agenda, which they sold. Kenyans bought our agenda. And after 5 years, we will go back to Kenyans again. We will defend our records. So we cannot have the hand of Azimio directing on what we should do as government, because political marriages don't work. You get my point? Political marriages don't work. The fabric that drives how politics is done in a country is like a polygamous marriage. A polygamous marriage, your co-wife cannot show you a proper firewood for you to cook food nicely. She will sabotage your cooking style so that the husband you are sharing gets away from your home to go and live with her. So in fact, what the Azimio can purport to tell us to do, we know. They are just plotting a hole for us to drown. Because they can't be, their aim is not to make us improve our governance. Their aim is to sabotage our governance. Their aim is to curtail us from focusing on the ball, which is the problem for Kenyans, and then we begin to chase wind. Now they have given us an agenda of some discussions. We wasted time in Parliament the other day, instead of discussing very many good things for this country, things that will benefit millions of Kenyan people. We were discussing about bipartisan talks through our motion in the National Assembly. And I want also to take this opportunity to tell Kimani Ichungwa and his team, they must be very diligent. I know they are very intelligent. Kimani Ichungwa went to Alliance High School, but I want him to be extra careful. Even when they go to Bomas of Kenya and they do these meetings, if there is any list they are signing, they must ensure that they are signing on each and every page, because as Mio have a tendency of plugging the last page where they have signed and appending it on another raft of documents that have got completely different agenda. You saw what happened during the signing of MOUs for political parties within Azimio coalition, within One Kenya coalition, where it was clear that even tenders lists that were used just to do a breakfast meeting, those signatures were used to mean that there was some coalition agreement, and it was very clear. So we are dealing with characters who have a history of falsifying documents to misinform various agencies, and that every page must be signed. And if Kimani Ichungwa's signature is very basic, he should complicate it, because these fellas, my friend, you will be surprised that whatever meeting they are having, they will produce another document duping Kenyans to believe that this is what they had agreed that what they should do.
Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa. We shall tutaendelea. Thank you.
Muko sawa?